The heat of the desert is where the Sun Devils thrive. Welcome to Tempe, Arizona, Mountain America Stadium, home to the Arizona State Sun Devils and the rich legacy formed by the likes of Frank Kush, Jake the Snake, and Pat Tillman. We believe we've got a great one in store today, and we've got a team that makes it into the top 25. Now when you go on the road, that's when you prove you belong. As we'll see the number 20 team in the country, the Boise State Broncos, taking on another team from the Big 12 in an intra-conference matchup, the Arizona State Sun Devils. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Sun Devils will kick it off to get us underway. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. First down here for the offense. They'll go to the ground. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready to bring it today, Dave.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Getting some heat. The receiver was doubled and they picked it off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Looking for a productive play on first down. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I mean, I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion?
Nice catch, just past the first down marker, so this drive stays alive. Nice job by the quarterback and receiver.
It's first down from the 37-yard line. Looking to move it through the air. Going for the big play. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Long incompletions are okay. We got to take shots. You got to make big plays in college football. I love that you're taking shots. Keep taking them. Some of those are going to come home. Some of them aren't. But when they come home, they equal big-time points.
Makes the grab. It's Ivory. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
A third down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. From the gun, wants to pass. Feeling some heat. Looking to buy time. He'll try to do it himself. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
QBs do a really good job of feeling pressure and trying to get away from him. And you can see he wants to, but there's nowhere to go. Great job by the defense. Get him to the ground for no gain.
On fourth down, going to the air. He's got a first down and maybe a lot more. And he's ruled down right there, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks.
Well, it's a heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip shot field goal with where they were on that fourth down. But they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. They'll throw it on first down. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it. The Sun Devils will try to punch it in on first and goal. He's looking to throw. And wings it incomplete.
You simply don't see that very often. A quarterback of this guy's caliber missing a guy wide open in the end zone. He makes those throws in his sleep.
Can the D deny them on second and goal? He's looking to throw. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
It's tough to throw the ball down here in the red zone, man. These windows, they open and they close so quickly. You've got to have great timing, and right now this offense doesn't have it. They've thrown 2 straight incompletions setting up third down.
Looking for the touchdown on third and goal. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
Well, here's an interesting decision. It's early in the game. Do you want to be aggressive and try to seize momentum and go for this? Or do you just take the field goal and take the points?
They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after the pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this way.
Fires the pass, intercepted. And he'll be marked down, but what a play to come up with that interception. First down here for the offense. He's looking to throw it. Fires it. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
I think when you go through these progressions as a quarterback, you want to find the right guy to throw to, obviously. I didn't think he was the right guy. I didn't think he was really that open. And listen, he sailed and he opened.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
This was one of the keys to the game. Could this quarterback, could he extend plays and then make throws in scramble situations? That time, the defense was able to get to him and bring him down for a huge loss.
fast motion from the offense. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
And they'll get downfield and make the tackle right at the 16-yard line. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you've got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Off play action. Fires to the right. He's got him wide open. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
They used the chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. He's going to pass. Quickly complete. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
The Broncos have it with a 1st and 10. Give to the back. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They'd just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front, but they finally got it there, picking up the first. Let's see what happens next.
Just inside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 19. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it, using the back as a receiver on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. When you see all those defenders around your intended target like that, just throw it in the ground or throw it away. I mean, that's a completion that loses yards. You're just hurting your offense.
Line getting set on 2nd down. Trying play action. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
The quarterback had no shot on that play. He had a defender bearing down on him. He knew he was going to get hit. I think he should have just thrown that thing out of bounds. He's lucky that wasn't picked throwing into double coverage.
And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. This might be a little easier if it were straight on, but a 43-yarder from the right hash. It's good. And with that field goal, guys, we're all tied up, and there we go. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. First down to start the drive after the bridge. On the ground, it's Ivory. Got room at the 35. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
That's excellent blocking there on the left side of the line. They were able to get great push, get off the line, create a little bit of crease for that running back.
They just created a wall. He had all kinds of room to run.
Yeah, I might go back to that one and call that one again. It worked so well.
Moving out of the pocket. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
Man, come on now. O-line, you got to take care of your quarterback. He takes care of you. He's the one who takes you to meals. He's the one that gets you those NIL deals. Everything happens through your quarterback. You got to keep him upright. That is your #1 priority.
He's back to throw on second down. Fires to the tight end. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
This offense has already converted once on 4th down. Can they do it again? Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. They've already converted a 4th down in this game. They'll try to make it 2 for 2. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Throws to the wideout. Makes the grab, and it's plenty for the first down. And he steps out of bounds after a nifty run and picking up a first down.
That's a big-time completion. And guys, I think they caught the defense napping right there. I think everybody on defense thought that they were going to maybe throw to the sticks on that one, but instead, quarterback had some other ideas. He had a matchup he loved one-on-one, vertically down the field. He took advantage of it. His guy made a great catch. Let's keep this drive going.
He'll just keep slinging it. Oh, he had it right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on first down. Got nothing last time, now 2nd and goal from the 3. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Touchdown, Arizona State! And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. Boise State ready to send out that offense. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field, find those guys down the field.
You know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe
turns it on down the left side. The 20. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Broncos! Lining up to add another. The extra point is blocked. What a display of explosive capabilities on that drive. 75 yards, 2 plays, and a touchdown. They had the extra point blocked. Now the kickoff unit out there and hoping things go a little smoother. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Arizona State has the ball back and the offense making its way onto the field. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
Trying to find his man on first down. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Good quickness to grab it off the bounce. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28. They're really starting to build momentum. Even the deflections are going their way.
And those are frustrating because those are luck. Like you can spin it however you want, but those are just fortunate bounces. A lot of times defense in position to make a play. But here in the second quarter, still early, no need to panic, no need to get too riled up.
A shot toward the end zone. Fires and picked off. He'll go out of bounds, but just what they needed to get the ball back.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day.
I tell you what, I don't know if I'm going to try him much more. Goodness gracious, you can tell he's ready for what he's seeing. Second interception. I would not throw near that guy anymore. You might want to try the other side of the field.
Looking for a deep man. And he makes the grab and gets the foot down. What a job for a huge gain there.
Beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
Snags it over the middle. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
Great job by the quarterback throwing against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy.
And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Sun Devils. Getting set for the point after. And they kick it through for the extra point, and they have an 8-point lead. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here. Just give him some easy looks to let him get by there.
On second down, he'll fire. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Grabs it inside the 15. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Broncos. They got the touchdown, but now they want the 2 to tie this baby up. Quick strike complete. He will be stopped short. The 2-point conversion attempt is no good, and their bid to tie also goes by the boards. They're still down 2. He'll bring it out. It's Henderson. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
And they are looking for a ball play that'll work. Now facing 2nd and long from the 19. They'll run it from the gun. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20. It's 3rd down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure coming. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Now he's going to send this one deep to the right. Flips the field in an instant, and he has it down to the 25-yard line.
And, man, he had nobody around him. That's got to be embarrassing for this defense. When you let someone that deep downfield go completely uncovered.
And that one is why offenses are hungry for big, big plays. They've got it 1st and 10, threatening inside the 30. He's got his man. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the 1st down. Guys, you never want to sound the upset alert bell too early, but might be time to at least know where the button is for it.
Know where the button is, and listen, there's no need to panic yet, but if you're the unranked team, just like this, when you're playing a better team, you want to come in and you want to hang around. Hang around, Jesse, and they're doing just that.
The ball pops out. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Man, these wide receivers are so fast nowadays. They're such big playmakers. I just want to get it to them and let them make it happen. But a lot of times, we're running to them, too. We're focused on chasing him down and funneling the football in the right direction. Defense swarm did a good job getting their hand on the football, causing the fumble from the wide receiver.
They'll try to get outside. Finds a crease at the 20. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a 1st down.
How many ways can I get it to my running back who's a baller in space? This is a really good job. Just toss it to him, right? I want to throw it to him. Yeah, I want to run up the middle, but I want to get it to him as many ways as I can. Toss it to him, get him on the edge, do a good job sealing the edge. He'll do the rest. Just give him the ball in space, good things will happen.
Unloads to the wideout. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. And the senior just took that one out of the air and sent it the other way. Arizona State has the ball back, and the offense making its way onto the field. After that last drive, he came back to the sideline, and the coach probably said, "You dropped it? You didn't pick it up? Come on, get on the ball, David."
No, that's not what he said. He said, "You're doing a great job. Just keep your head up." Oh, yeah, he got blasted. You've got to hold on to the football, Palmer. Turnovers decide games. Those are big plays.
It's tough on him, too, because he knows he let his offense down on that last drive. So you know that guy's eager and anxious to come out here and make a play.
He just wisely got rid of that one. The worst thing that can happen to you is to turn it over on 1st down in the red zone.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Single back formation, and they give it to him.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off. And really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive reads.
He's got it. And he was straining for the goal line, but the defense stopped him short. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Arizona State. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. Takes it inside his own 20. Chance for great field position here. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Use the play fake, now to throw. Takes a hit as he fires. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell in.
Off the play fake. Good quickness to grab it off the deflection. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the word corner? Taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Broncos will kick it off to start the second half. And he's coming out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he had hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. They have the lead to start the third quarter, but I'd imagine ball security was a topic at halftime.
Yeah, and I think you take the lead and you try to stay optimistic with your team, but you also say, guys, if we had taken care of the football, this lead would be even bigger. We might have already knocked them out already, Palmer.
It's just about eliminating the mistakes at this point. You're right. This thing would be over if they hadn't shot themselves in the foot. So ball security, that is at a premium as this game goes on.
After the short completion, it's now second down. Let's go. Wide out in motion. The play action fake. Using the quick game. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Really good job by the defense being disciplined. They sneak the running back out. You see it. Keep outside leverage and go make us tackle in space on a guy that's used to breaking tackles, used to making plays.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. And the Sun Devils line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Just needs a crack to get a return. Boise State ready to send out that offense. Wide receiver now comes in motion. They go to the ground. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
Dialing up a second down pass play. Quickly complete. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Man coverage, when they get up in your face, they make things hard. You want to be able to attack the whole field and get them leaning one direction and then break outside like you did there. Nice out route connection. Nice chemistry between quarterback and wide receiver.
And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
You're a defensive guy and you want to fire in, you want to go hit the quarterback, but you know if I fire in, he's just going to give the football up. You got to be patient. You got to understand what your responsibility is. Then you see when he keeps the football, you got to go tag him. And the problem is these guys are such good athletes. They're so hard to catch. once they do pull the football, but it's kind of like the hidden hat trick, you know. Where's the ball? It's underneath this one. No, I picked this one up. No, it's gone. It's underneath this one. Nope, there it is. It's gone.
The Broncos look to keep this drive humming. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Boise State. Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. And then sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
And they tacked on the extra point. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. And here's the return. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. After giving up that last touchdown, they still got the lead, but now feeling a little bit of pressure to answer with one of their own, David. Going for the big play. It's complete. A huge pickup. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. This offense capable of exploding at any moment. Now they're set up inside the 30 with a 1st and 10. Coming after it. He'll pull it down and run. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hit.
Nice job by the QB sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
The Sun Devils have pushed it inside the 20. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Buys a little extra time. He just tossed that one out of bounds. You avoid the sack, you avoid the turnover. You've got more plays here on 3rd down.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
And the offense has found a lot of success throwing to this guy out of the slot. He's done a nice job working the middle of the field, winning his one-on-one matchups. And this quarterback really feels a good rhythm when he's looking his way.
And the Sun Devils will line it up on 1st and 10. The pull and throw off the RPO. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
I'll tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands, and you saw it on that last play.
They're going to throw it again. Tight end finds a soft spot. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6.
They pick up the 1st against zone coverage. The biggest key there is the quarterback understanding that A, it's zone, but B, what kind of zone is it? Is it 1 high safety? Is it 2 high safeties? And then you know instinctively where your best throw, where your highest percent.
And it's loose. The defense scoops it up, and they're bringing it back.
Man, the coach is going to absolutely give him an earful. You have to understand the situation in the game. I got a chance to go up by 2 scores. We're winning the football game. Ball security. I can't reach that thing. I got to cover it with 2 hands and make sure I don't turn it over. What a big-time mistake.
Trying to beat him to the corner on the right. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And I can't tell you how much I love seeing corners being willing to come up and tackle. And it's so huge for a defense. You can't O-lay blocks and create space. You can't just hang out on the outside. You got to go set that edge.
And conversely, I can't tell you how much I hate it when receivers don't want to block. You got to do a better job on the perimeter. It's not going to be enough in this offense just to catch passes. You've got to go execute your assignment. That corner should have been blocked. They should have gotten a bigger gain on that outside run.
30 short. They've got them back up inside the 20, and the D can get the ball back here. This offense tries to get rolling from its own 15 on first down. They'll leave it with him. Works his way ahead for 3. They'll spot it at the 18.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
He wants to throw here on second down. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
It's caught downfield. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Arizona State 24, Boise State 22.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Now the play fake. They're bringing heat. Bowls his way forward. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
Guys, they've come through on the first 2 third down tries. This one might be a little tougher. Wide receiver shows motion. They try to get it outside on the left. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with results of the play. And the Broncos will send out the punt unit. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Gets his first one of the day away, and that matches his total from that victory last week. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll come out throwing on first down. A little screen to the running back. He makes the stop, but a nice pickup there on first down. Leaves him in second and manageable.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
He's going to run it. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
You know, as a quarterback, when you make good decisions like that, your coordinator and play caller are going to keep dialing up these RPO-type plays, right? Nobody open. You're not forcing the football into traffic. You're not freaking out and throwing it away or running out of bounds. Just go get what you can get. It's a positive play for the offense.
Looking left. It's caught. Makes the tackle up to 46, but it's a 15-yard gain to get them into plus territory. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10.
You know what's interesting? At this point of the game, with the lead in the fourth quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball.
Touchdown, Sun Devils! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good, and the lead is 9 here in the fourth. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Boise State, 22.
On the move from inside his own 20. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. Man, David, that last drive, an exercise in frustration, just couldn't pay it off with a score.
Yeah, and I think this defense is riding the bend but don't break philosophy. Don't give up explosive plays. This offense, Jesse, has to find a way to manufacture some big plays and some scoring opportunities.
Man, I don't know if they're going to win, David, if they have to keep driving 8, 10, 12 plays. You're right. You got to find chunk plays somewhere. So identify the guys that can score touchdowns and get them the ball.
They make the stop, but he knew exactly how much he needed and where he needed to get for that first down. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Blasted as he lets it go. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
He lobs one high down the left side. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Out of the backfield, he's open. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set. Why aren't you getting past the first down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was. But now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
Fires to the wideout. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive. First down for this offense. They want that clock to run. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
Quickly to the tight end. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down.
I don't know if they're trying to get this guy Heisman consideration, but the fact that they're still throwing the ball at this point of the game with a lead like they have is surprising, I gotta be honest.
Plows through the defense. He's finally brought down, but that freshman found some running room.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Running the red zone, it's Ivory. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9. No reason to rush here. You want to be efficient. You want to finish the deal. You might as well milk that clock.
100%. Make it tick. The clock is your friend. You've got the lead. You've got the football in good position. Hang on to it and milk that clock.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone, and they're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. If they can pay off this 3rd and goal opportunity, man, oh man, those collars start getting a little tight across the way. The give to the lone running back. And that will be the final play.